Alright. It's been a while, hasn't it? So, I figure with patch 6.2.5 coming out soon, we're not going to start Stormblood today. I figure why not get started on the Manderville stuff. Get those quest lines started. We'll save the start of Stormblood some other time. So, I figured, since we're getting into some newer content for this character, why not change up the glam a little bit? You have no idea how much some of these dyes cost. Oh my god, I had no idea the dyes cost so much. Luckily I had some money, so it wasn't all bad. But yeah, I'm gonna be rocking this little outfit going forward for my ninja. I'll change up the look for my red mage a little further down the road. Same thing with dancer. I've just got this on it for right now. Want to come up with something unique for the dancer. All right. And for stuff like for my secondary jobs like red mage and dancer, so that they're actually able to keep up with my ninja as I go into the main scenario stuff in the future, I'm probably going to be doing like duty supports, so I can gain experience and get some tomestones, so I can just get some power gear. So yeah. So we're gonna leave these two behind for right now, and we're actually gonna head over to Ul'dah, which means I gotta teleport. There we go. I also need to figure out how to play ninja again. Oops. I also need to figure out how the hell to play dancer, because I'm probably going to be taking care of a lot of these quests with dancer. Just so I don't over-level my, other jobs. Alright, you're the samurai, breadcrumb. Here we go. The rise and fall of gentlemen. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Throat. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Been the actor type you are. I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask. Ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? Oh, have I? No, I haven't. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Anyway, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse. Dalamud, the calamity, all of it can be stopped, he says. So long as he finds the hero of prophecy. Would you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies towards Dalamud, that's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow. Ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's gotta come back down. Though it was only recently that we found his body. I had reason for bringing this up. Alright, so Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, became an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Oh, you have no idea what alternate reality you have set us down. Alright, Eastern Thanalan. I need to go to Dry Bone Camp. Dry Bone sex joke. Alright. Oh boy, you have no idea what road you've set us down upon, my man. And here's Nashu. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. I guess so, yeah. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as it made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. Actually, gonna shrink my camera window a little bit. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. I'm also gonna go on ahead and alter this window a little bit. There we go. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Oh God, why do I get a vision of this? This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll bust out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! How'd you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh. And laugh. Hildibrand Mandeville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light, their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. You changed pretty quick. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him, but now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask where to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Alright, I think I know how to befriend some zombies. Participate in the fate fallen corpses writhe in style in southern Thanalan. Alright, well. Gotta do a bit of fighting while level synced. And this is why I drink. Nah, actually the alcohol was just coincidental. My mount can fly no higher. I don't care. Flying high enough. Oh, looks like it's going on right now. A band of zombies has been exhibiting uncharacteristically civilized behavior of late, which has greatly unnerved the people of Thanaline. Dispatch the dapper undead for the benefit of the living. Alright, well, I gotta wait then. Sort of came in there at the wrong time, unfortunately. I think it pops up fairly often, though, so... yeah, we can just wait here until it pops up again. Or, you know, just not go through with this today.
A few moments later.
Oh! Okay, well, I don't need to look that up then. Alright. Let's go on ahead and take care of this then. I think I can just take care of these guys with normal combos. I don't need to worry about using my ninjas. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Nice. Oh, hi. Are. Well, I'm glad these things over here aren't attacking me. Here we are. Nice. Oh my god, this is actually super duper easy. What level am I synced to? Level 50? Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Alright, looks like I just need to take out these two now. And done. Yay! I participated in the fate. Show the curious parchment to Nashu. And you're back over here. Alright. Back to Dryboner. I mean, Camp Drybone to see her. Although that's not out of the question. Did you find the zombies? You did! That's wonderful! I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. Just tell me, what did you learn? Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written there. A gentleman is, rather than does. Sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sagoli. Alright, we're going back over here. You know, could just give me your link pearl information. I could have told you to meet me here, but alright, cool. Oh. So, on my main character, I've only gotten through part of the Heavensward Manderville quests. I still need to get around to finishing those up on my main. But I don't think we're gonna be able to make it that far today. We're definitely gonna take a huge chunk out of the Realm Reborn ones. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call them out and let them know we come in peace, and when the leader shows himself, we strike. A gentleman is, rather than does.
Who summons the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger.
My brothers, lend me your ears! A gentleman does not dine upon his guests! There he is. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications! Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more! Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship! No, it's the inspector!
We hear and we obey.
It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand! Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire! What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord, you're a gentleman inspector!
Inspector, Overlord, Inspector, Overlord!
Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense into that noggin of yours. Where the hell did you pull those out of? Stay your hand, my lady! You know not what you do! Oh. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. And we're gonna see. Get used to seeing that a lot. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildibrand remembers me. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Oh God, not again. Why? How the hell he manages to live through all of this is just beyond me. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? Oh, hi. Undead brothers in arms, I guess. We know why those zombies were posing in the Fate. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? 'Tis this ringing in my ears, this dizziness. Could it be a case? No, I think that might be your body staving off rigor mortis. And so this begins a descent into madness. Ah, boy. Amazing, isn't it? Isn't it? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people could do that. Nashu, I think it's best if we don't tell her. Mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sangoli Desert! I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of inquiry could so violently trigger my keen investigator sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Alright. I'll meet you there, Nashu. I'm really hoping we get to see one particular cutscene today. 'Cause it will be oh so good. I almost talked to the samurai guy. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter from the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Oh. Okay. Well, probably closer to the dancers and tavern then. Amogus. What, you're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. My mate's Pac's cousin kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Okay, that's a stretch. Maybe we should get him a suit to replace the one that's all raggedy. Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wymond. Well, the only rumors I'd heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Whoops. Oh, there it is. Alright, so, digital assistant on my watch activated for some reason. I'm gonna turn that off on this thing. Oh yeah, in between the last time I played Final Fantasy XIV and now I got an Apple Watch. So, gotta take care of something real quick. Alright, it should not activate when it thinks it hears that. Good. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So, do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Thal almighty, bugging me with a bleeding spear! The dead have risen and they've wakened the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. How'd you check? Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question. How the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of how that current fellow's whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what said her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sangoli? A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist? I got here before you did, man. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. And this is why people love him. Well, Throat, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspector. Inspector? I didn't know I got promoted. Just along for the ride. But at any rate, to the Weaver's Guild. Ah, here we go. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day, after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took it in a match at the Coliseum. I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There's but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact this fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. He's forgetting something, isn't he? Or we can just go. Alright, Sunsilk Tapestries. Oh, it's right there. Alright. Back to the Aetheryte Plaza. Well, have you found any information? Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. I was letting Nashu get some rest. Oh god, because Hildibrand is involved in the relic weapon quests, I have a feeling he's gonna get an entry in the Endless Tales book that you get after you start 6.1 quests. Conspicuous crates. ... Ellipses like they are able to talk. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 paunces, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. Ooh. 120 pounds! Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman! Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Noldor. At the Weaver's Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. Notice something, Nashu? These crates are everywhere, Throat. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Oh, God. I'm getting back. Crap. Nashu's delight. Many cope with grief by taking up new pursuits, such as travel or exercise. Nashu chose to study explosives. Oh. Oh, God, have mercy! At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace the item from time to time, we'd collect it. For safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury. Such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. They're simps. They're goddamn simps. Goddess devotees? Ah, but of course, that I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. It was dumb luck. As I was that word but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapons theft, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation were as great as you claim, you should have deducted that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman inspector and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me. Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. This may mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. I'm the one that waits behind. Like a good person. Why filtered water? I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you're intended to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. Wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Well, let's find out. Oh, all the way back up here. All right. Oops. There we go. Well, at least I can fly over all this. This must be our man. Hi, I'm Humphrey, and you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me, a victim? How amusing. You amuse me. Sure, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, found a warrior of light instead. I have defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lieu. We were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic, I was. Tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how you lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him to take it to the smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes a crawling back, sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding Warson. Look at me! Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. You got some more of those explosives handy, Nashu? Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the healer, and I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you'll do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy and not your own, then you beg others to help with your problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he was wronged? We shall begin the search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. The Golden Bazaar is the... looks like the only way for this to get solved is for me to actually do something about it. Antique swords. Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jojonpa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Can you mend a weary mind? I'm just looking through my stuff, see if there's anything I need to. Okay, good. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. May not be the most honorable solution, but mayhaps you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Elazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Interesting. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at the present, I may have disposed of a simile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there's a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tish, you should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. I think he's going in the right direction of it. You can go in any direction, I guess. I guess he's just taking the long way around. I see. Okay. So you're just standing there and letting them do all the work? It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my acclimated injuries. Would it not be prudent to immerse my body in water? Not without first coating it with the liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion, my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you could assist me by pouring... Oh. Should I put the 18 plus tag on? Alright, let me go to the emotes. Social, emotes, expressions. Where is it? There it is. Alright, we're sad. Alright. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh! Why? I still have that face when I'm doing it. The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. I am so sorry. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, yes! At last my muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Oh. Oh my god. Right there, yes, keep doing that. Just like that, just like... yes, now once more, with feeling! This is why I have gloves on. I'm gonna disinfect the gloves when I'm all done. Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring, you as well, my good man. We shall never speak of this again in public. Muddy bottle. Well, let me see. Is this where you come out when you are first encountering Ifrit? Do I really have to talk to him? You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? A worthless bottle, a useless rock, and an irrelevant potsherd. No son of the sword Jojompa mentioned, I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Found the sword, it seems. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. Go to Ulda and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. Oh, good. Well, I think my Lalafell is scarred for life after doing that. Little bug flying around. Oh, probably inside. Yep. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. Gods bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without the thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I brought your change of clothing. I also bought up a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? How? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? God, look at what's going on in the background. No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. Why are you making that face? A challenge? For me? Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well, if I'm to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. Gotta have options for the thumbnail. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. God, my eyes. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Claw! Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing! Oh my! He's got a head of hair now. Hildibrand. You better not have hurt Hoary Boulder. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue, blue skies in the roiling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Who's that guy, I wonder? Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade! With my, let us call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildibrand will return in The Three Collectors. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... no, it's gone. Never mind.